Hi guys, good evening and a very warm welcome to the session here. I can see some of you have already joined us here. A very good evening everyone. I hope you guys are doing well and your preparations are going good too. Well, today onwards we will be starting with a new series, right? We have already completed SBI PO mains, we have done RBI assistant mains also. So after a lot of mains, now we will be starting with your SBI clerk prelims, right? Because now the next examination that is in front of us is your SBI clerk, isn't it? So chalo, let's quickly start the session. We will be dealing with a lot of questions that you can come across in your SBI clerk prelims. So in this series, you will be getting everything absolutely great level, something which is based on memory, something is which is of the similar level as you can expect in the examination of SBI. Okay. So chalo, let's quickly start the session. But before that, guys, one small request to everybody, that is please share the stream once with your friends also, so that they know that the class has started. And also if you have not liked the session as of yet, please like the session. ठीक है, जल्दी से एक बार session को सब लोग like कर दो. Good evening everyone. Good evening. Good evening. चलो शुरू करते हैं आज का session. We will be talking about syllogisms here. Only versus only a few. We will be checking out both the types of questions here. ठीक है. So before that, I hope everybody has already downloaded the app for Oliveboard, and also you must have subscribed to the official channel of Oliveboard. नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से कर लीजिए. ठीक है. Chalo, let's have a look at the first question. The first question is there on your screen. Let's quickly try this out. Chalo, jaldi se isko try kariye. Let's see. Good evening, everyone. Chalo, quickly try this out and let me know the answer to this one. Okay, Lakshmita says it should be both. Chalo, let's try this out, right? Let's see what should be the answer in here. Anybody else? So, okay, let's understand the meaning of only a few. Now, gone are the days where you had your all and some and no, right? Now you will find only a few, only some, right? Those type of questions you will be finding in your examinations. Okay. So let's understand what is the meaning of only a few, guys. Only a few is a combination of some plus some not. Okay. So it is a compound statement, you can say, which comprises of two different statements, that is some A are B and some A are not B. Both are included in here. So let's say statement number one, all apples are oranges. So all apples are oranges will be something like this. Then some apples are not guava. So we have some portion of apple. Let's say this portion of apple, which is not a portion of guava, right? Let's say this is the portion of apple which should never go into guava. Only a few grapes are guavas, right? This was your guava. Okay, G-U-A-V-A. Only a few grapes are guava. That means some grapes are guavas and some grapes are not guavas, right? This is the diagram here. So there has to be a specific portion of grapes which should be common with guava, because some grapes are guava, and there has to be a definite portion of grape which should never be a part of guava. Okay. So this is the diagram. First one, some oranges are not guava. Now have a look at this portion of A, right? We know that there are some apples which will never be a part of guava, isn't it? There is a definite portion of apple which will never be a part of guava, and this portion of apple is inside your orange as well, है ना? So yes, there is a definite portion of orange which will never be a part of guava. So absolutely first is definitely true. What about the second one? All grapes being apple is a possibility. Can all grapes go inside apple? You can see yes, the negative information was A to G, right? Apple and guava, there was a negative information, but this grapes and apple, they are independent of each other. So yes, this is a possibility that grapes can be taken completely inside apple, right? So the answer to the first question will be both 1 and 2 follow. Okay? Chalo, next question very quickly on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. So 45 seconds more than sufficient to solve these questions, isn't it? Let's try this out. Let's see. Chalo, jaldi se isko try kariye. Let's see. Everybody, I'll just quickly share the session in the groups. Try this out, guys, very quickly. Only one. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Chalo, let's try this out, right? Let's see what should be the answer here. So some air is polluted, right? So there has to be a definite information interaction between your air and polluted. So some air is polluted will be like this. Okay, let's say this is some air is polluted. Some water is fresh. Only a few fresh are polluted. So that means some fresh are polluted and some fresh are not polluted. Let's say this is your fresh here. So there should be a definite interaction between fresh and polluted, and there should be a definite portion of fresh which will never be a part of polluted. So fresh going completely inside polluted, it's not a possibility. Okay. Now some water is fresh, that means there has to be some water which should be fresh here. Okay. So this is the diagram here. First conclusion, all water can be air. You can see this is water, this is air. They are independent of each other, isn't it? So if they are independent, we do not know their dependency. That is whether they will interact or not. So all water going inside air, it's absolutely possible, isn't it? So yes, this is a possibility. Can be is a possibility word. So first is right. Second one, some fresh is not air. So which portion of fresh should never be a part of air? There is nothing, right? You can see fresh and air is also independent. Rather than drawing your fresh here, we could have taken your fresh here as well. So you can see this is not a definite one. This is a possibility that some fresh may not be air. But that's not a definite one, isn't it? So that is why the answer to this question has to be only one. Shubham, very good evening. Shubham, ne Shubh. Nandini, good evening. Everybody clear? So the answer here will be only one. Chalo, next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. Chalo, jaldi se iska answer bataiye. Let's see what should be the answer in here. The third question. Shubh, I'm absolutely great. How are you? अच्छा शुभम यू ओके शुभम, चलो इसका आंसर बताओ. None. Okay, both wrong. None. चलो neither, है ना? ठीक है, let's try, right? Let's see. Time is also up. Let's see. Some grass is bamboo. So some grass is bamboo will be like this. Let's say this is grass here. This is bamboo. So some grass is bamboo. No bamboo is shoot. So let's say this is your shoot. So bamboo should not be a part of shoot. All roots are shoot. So root has to be inside shoot. ठीक है, तो ये आपका diagram बन गया. First one. All grass can be roots. Can all grass go inside root? No, that's not a possibility. Why? Because there is a common portion between your G and B, and this portion will never be a part of S. And if this cannot be a part of S, how can it be a part of R? Isn't it? So all grass can be roots. This is going to be false because there is a common portion between G and B which can never go inside your R. है ना? तो first गलत हो गया. Second क्या बोल रहा है? Some shoots are not grass. You can see this is shoot, this is grass. आप shoot को यहाँ भी बना सकते थे, isn't it? So shoot can completely go inside your grass. There is a possibility. Hence, this is also not true. So answer क्या होगा? Answer will be none follows. Okay? None would be the right answer here. Okay? Statement में some not वाला बी बताइए। हाँ रोहित डोंट वरी, हम उसकी तरह से क्वेश्चन करेंगे, ठीक है मैम। आज वो आ रहा है, वो आ गया स्कोर कार्ड आरआरबी का, हाँ बिल्कुल आज आ रहा है शाम को। चलो लेट्स ट्राई द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर स्क्रीन, लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट दिस वन। रोहित जब आपका स्टेटमेंट में सम नॉट होता है, सो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग व्हेन वी हैव सम ए आर नॉट बी? उसका बस इतना सा मीनिंग होता है, द ओनली मीनिंग ऑफ दिस इज दैट देयर हैज टू बी सर्टेन पोर्शन ऑफ ए विच विल नेवर बी अ पार्ट ऑफ बी। ठीक है, मतलब ये पॉसिबल नहीं है कि आप ए को बी के अंदर बना दो, दिस इज नॉट अ पॉसिबिलिटी, right? Apart from this, anything can be there, that is you can have this, you can have this, you can have something like this। ठीक है, तो बाकी सब कुछ पॉसिबल है अपार्ट फ्रॉम ऑल ए आर बी, राइट? ऑल ए आर बी ये नहीं होना चाहिए सम नॉट के केस में, ठीक है। चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट, लेट्स सी। बोथ करेक्ट? Anybody else? Chalo, let's try. Only a few lakes are pond. Only a few is again a combination of some plus some not. That means some lakes are pond. Okay, some lakes are pond. And there should be a definite portion of lake which will never be a part of pond. Okay, yes, only a few ho gaya. Some ponds are seas. So some ponds are sea will be like this. No seas are river. So you can see no seas are river will be like this. ये आपका diagram बन गया, ठीक है? Kunal, very good evening. First क्या बोल रहा है देखो, first says some ponds may not be roots. Okay, this is a possibility of some not. Okay, so some ponds may not be root. You can see some ponds may not be. क्या ये सही होगा? If the conclusion was some ponds are not root. Okay, मान लो if I say some ponds are not roots. Okay, please tell me, will this be true here? Devi, very good evening. So will this be true? Some ponds are not root. You can say this is going to be definitely true. Why? Because there is a definite portion of P which is common with S, and this portion can never be a part of root, isn't it? So you can see that yes, there is a common portion between P and S which can never be a part of R. That means this is definitely true. Some not is a definite conclusion here. But in this case, may not be shows your possibility, isn't it? May not be क्या दिखा रहा है? Possibility. May not be is a possibility word. Cannot be is a definite one. Okay. Some ponds cannot be roots. That is a definite conclusion. Some ponds may not be root shows a possibility. ठीक है, तो ये गलत हो जाएगा. Why? Because this is a definite conclusion that some ponds are not root. Okay. Some ponds are definitely not root. It's not a possibility that some ponds not being roots is a possibility, or some ponds may not be roots. Okay, I hope this is clear, everybody. Ma'am, voice is low. Guys, are we able to hear? Please let me know. सुनाई दे रहा है सबको? Are we able to hear, guys? So you can see that the first one is a definite conclusion, right? The first one should have been a definite conclusion. Because it is given as a possibility, that is why it is going to be wrong here. Okay. What about the second one? Some lakes can be both shoot as well as root. Okay. So what does it say? Some lake can be shoot as well as root. So is that a possibility? It means we are having something like this. We are saying something of this kind of a diagram. That is, there are some lakes which are roots as well as shoots. है ना? So this is the meaning here, that there are some lakes which are roots also and there are shoots also. So is this a possible diagram, guys? Is this a possible diagram that we have a common portion of root which is shoot also? That is, root and shoot are interacting with each other. Is it a possibility, guys? Is it a possibility that root and shoot interact with each other? No. Why? Because shoot and root are absolutely not interacting with each other, right? No shoots should be root here. So how can there be some lakes which are both shoot as well as root? That is not a possibility, right? So here you can see, when we say that as well as, that means we are talking of a specific portion of this lake which should be root also and which should be shoot also, isn't it? So that means we are talking about a common interaction of the three. है ना? So that is not a possibility. Why? Because root and shoot cannot interact with each other. So here this is also false. So the answer to this question will be none follows. Okay. I hope this is clear, everybody. Please let me know if we have any doubts in this one. Are we clear? Some ponds may be root. That would have been true, Mayank. That would have been true that some ponds may be root, because there is a possibility of this portion of pond which can interact with root. Okay. So maybe was a possibility. That's not a definite one. That is why it would have been right. Okay. Chalo. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's check. Try this out, guys. Okay, both. No, Shubham, I am happy with reasoning only, please. Chalo, both. Both correct. Both correct. Okay. Chalo, let's see. Right? Let's check it out. What should be the answer here? All jugs are kite. Okay, all jugs are kite will be something like this. Let's say this is jugs, this is kite. Only a few jugs are nail. That means some jugs are nails and some jugs should not be a part of nails. Okay, so this is some jugs are nails and there has to be a specific portion of jug which will never be a part of nail. Some nails are R. So let's say this is your R here. Okay, this is the diagram. First one says only a few kites are nail. That means we are talking about some plus some not here, right? So whenever you have only a few in the conclusion, you can see it's a conclusion here. Now, if you have a conclusion as only a few, that means you need to check whether both some and some not follows or not. So if both some kites are nails is also true, that means you will have to check some nails, some kites are nails. You will have to check some kites are nails, and you will also have to check some kites are not nails. Okay, when both of them are true, then only your only a few will be true here. Okay, that is the meaning. So here you can see some kites are nail. Is it true? Yes, you can see there is a definite interaction between kites and nails. And some kites are not nail. That is also true. Why? Because this portion of J, which is never a part of nail, is inside your kite as well. So you can see some is also true and some not is also true. That means only a few is definitely true here. Okay. If one of them was not true, that means let's say if some is there but some not is not there, then only a few would have been false there. Okay. Second one, all R's can be jugs. Can be means a possibility. So all R's can be jug. This is your R, this is your jug. They are independent of each other. So absolutely this is also a possibility. That means the answer has to be both 1 and 2 follow. Okay, answer kya aayega? Both 1 and 2. Chalo, next question on your screen. Very quickly, let's have a look at this one. Let's try. Okay, Lakshmita says only one. Shubham also says only one. Mayank only one. Devi only one. Chalo, let's try it out, right? Let's see what should be the answer here. Only a few pans are fans. What is the meaning of only a few? That is some plus some not. So only a few pans are fans. So some pans are fans. And there has to be a definite portion of pan which will never be a part of fan. Ticket. Only a few dams are pans. That means some dams are pans and some dams are not pans. Something like this. Okay. Third one, no dams are jams. Let's say this is your jam here. So dam should not be a part of jam, right? This is the diagram here. अब फर्स्ट वाला क्या बोल रहा है, ऑल फैंस कैन बी जैम. कैन ऑल फैन गो इनसाइड योर जैम? एब्सोल्युटली. यू कैन सी फैन एंड जैम इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ ईच अदर. वी कुड हैव ड्रॉन द जैम लाइक दिस एज वेल, है ना. जैम को तो इस तरह से भी बना सकते थे. So absolutely this is true, right? Can be is a possibility word, so you can see yes, there is a possibility. Okay, first is true. All pans can be jam. Can all pans go inside jam? No. Why? Because there is a common portion between your P and D here, and that portion can never be a part of J, isn't it? So you can see this is going to be false here, because there has to be a definite portion of pan which will always be outside the boundary of jam here. So all pans going inside jams is not a possibility, isn't it? So the answer to this question will be only one follows. Okay, only one aega. Chalo, very quickly next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Iska answer bataiye. Let's see. Ma'am, 73.25 was means cutoff for RRB PO, so 90 plus will be a good score if interview normal गया. मोस्ट प्रोबेबली यस शुभम. ठीक है, बाकी देखते हैं, अभी आने दो, स्कोर आ जाना चाहिए. तो देखते हैं 90 प्लस अगर आ रहा है तो अच्छा स्कोर माना जाएगा. तो बिकॉज दैट्स लाइक अ वेरी गुड डिफरेंस बिटवीन दिस. ठीक है, देखते हैं शुभम, आज आने तो दो रिजल्ट, फिर देखते हैं. चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट. आई होप एवरीबडी हैज ऑलरेडी लाइक द सेशन गाइज. अगर नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से लाइक कर दीजिएगा. मैम 70 मार्क्स तो क्वांट एंड रीजनिंग में ही किया है. चलो बढ़िया है शुभम. ओके, बोथ रॉन्ग, नीदर. चलो नीदर नॉर. ओके लेट्स ट्राई. राइट, टाइम भी अप हो गया. लेट्स सी. All nibs are bins. What is the meaning of all nibs are bins? That is, all nibs are bins will be like this. Okay. Then some bins are pins. Some bins are pins will be like this. Only a few pins are tins. That means some pins are tins, and there are specific portion of pin which will never be a part of tin. ये आपका diagram बन जाएगा. ठीक है. First conclusion, all tins being bins is not a possibility. This is not a possibility, guys. Okay. Now, how do we check not a possibility? To check not a possibility, check its opposite, that is a possibility. ठीक है. That is, you have to check all tins being bins is a possibility. ये अगर गलत है, that means this will be true. And if is a possibility is right, that means not a possibility will be false, isn't it? Good evening, Jesu. So you can see this one, all tins being bins is a possibility. Let's check whether all tins can go inside your bins. You can see they are independent of each other. So if they are independent of each other, that means tins going inside bins is a possibility. So is a possibility is true, so not a possibility will be false, isn't it? That means the first is false here. What about the second one? Some pins are not nib. Now some pins are not nib. Again you can see the negative information here is pins to tins. It is not pins to nibs, right? Pin and nib to independent hai. That means we do not know how they are going to interact with each other. So some pins are not nibs is going to be false here. Again, we cannot be definite that pins should be outside the boundary of nib always, right? So you can see the answer will be none. Okay. I hope this is clear. ये कौन सी क्लास की पढ़ाई हो रही है बताइए. गेमिंग, दिस इज फॉर बैंकिंग, राइट? SBI क्लर्क प्रीलिम्स. ठीक है, SBI क्लर्क प्रीलिम्स के लिए सिलॉजिज्म्स पढ़ रहे हैं. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर स्क्रीन. लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट दिस वन. लेट्स ट्राई. So this is for government exams, right? JSU Gaming. So you can absolutely expect these questions to be there in your banking examination. कोई भी banking या insurance examination उठाओगे, इवन SSC में भी कई बार सिलॉजिज्म आ जाता है. तो जो भी गवर्नमेंट एंड बैंकिंग के एग्जाम्स होते हैं उसमें आपका सिलॉजिज्म बहुत कॉमनली देखा जाता है. चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट. क्या आप 5 साल के बाद पढ़ाओगे? पता नहीं जैसू, 5 साल के बाद का क्या पता, कोई नहीं कह सकता. चलो ट्राई दिस आउट गाइस. लक्ष्मिता सेज बोथ. Both wrong. Okay, that means none. Okay, Lakshmita says both follow. Mayank says none follows. Chalo, let's try it out, right? Let's see what is the one. Okay. अब ये देखो फर्स्ट वाला क्या बोल रहा है, ओनली अ फ्यू रन्स आर सन्स, दैट मीन्स सम रन्स आर सन्स, ओके, सम रन्स आर सन्स एंड सम रन्स आर नॉट सन्स, ठीक है, ये आपका डायग्राम बन गया। सेकेंड वाला ऐड करो, ऑल पोल्स आर सन्स, सो ऑल पोल्स शुड बी इनसाइड सन्स, दिस इज योर पोल। नो सन्स आर मून्स, ओके, नो सन्स आर मून्स विल बी ड्रॉन लाइक दिस, सो दिस इज द डायग्राम हियर, ठीक है। अब देखो फर्स्ट क्या बोल रहा है, no poles are moons, you can see no poles are moons is going to be true here. Why? Because pole cannot go outside sun and this moon cannot come inside sun, so this is absolutely right, बिल्कुल सही है, ठीक है। Some runs are not pole, so you can see this portion of runs, right, this portion of run here, ये वाला जो पोर्शन है रन का, this cannot go inside sun, अब ये sun में ही नहीं जा सकता तो पोल में कैसे जाएगा, isn't it? So you can see that yes, there is a definite portion of run which will never be a part of sun, and hence it will never be a part of pole also. So that means this is also going to be true. So the answer to this question has to be both. I hope this is clear. ठीक है Mayank? So answer would be both follow. Okay. Chalo. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Not read carefully question, Mayank. Be careful. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. क्लास 8 में हो तो एनटीएससी होगा, वहां पर एनटीएससी में भी कई बार आपका सिलॉजिज्म आता है, ठीक है। जेसू गेमिंग तो एनटीएससी अगर आप दे रहे हो, नेशनल टैलेंट सर्च एग्जामिनेशन, तो उसमें भी आ जाएगा। चलो एनीवेज, ठीक है, अभी से पढ़ना शुरू कर दो अगर बैंकिंग आगे देना है। लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट, लेट्स चेक। बोथ, ओके, बोथ लक्ष्मिता देवी, शुभम, चलो एवरीबडी गेटिंग बोथ हियर, दोनों सही हैं, ठीक है। लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट। All bills are calls, right? What is the meaning here? That is, this is bill, let's say this is the diagram for bill, so all bills are call will be drawn like this, that is bill has to be inside call. No calls are doll, that means call should not be a part of doll, right? So no calls are dolls will be like this. Some dolls are halls, so some dolls are halls will be like this, ठीक है, ये डायग्राम बन गया। First conclusion, all halls being bills is not a possibility. So again we have not a possibility word, we will check is a possibility. Can all halls being bills is a possibility? You can see there is a common portion of H and D which can never be a part of C. Hence it can never be a part of B also. So all hall being bill is a possibility is wrong. That means not a possibility will be right, isn't it? इसका उल्टा अगर गलत है तो मतलब ये सही होगा, है ना। सेकंड देखो, सम हॉल्स, सम कॉल्स कैन बी हॉल्स, now some calls can be halls, absolutely this portion of call here, the portion of call, this can be a part of this portion of hall which is outside D, isn't it? So you can see absolutely there is a portion of call which can interact with your hall, isn't it? That means this is also true. So the answer to this question has to be both 1 and 2 follow. Okay, chalo, next question on your screen. Today only syllogisms question. Yes, Mayank, today syllogisms. Tomorrow onwards we will be having puzzles, right? So tomorrow we will be checking out puzzles. Don't worry. ठीक है, आज हम syllogism से शुरू कर रहे हैं, कल से puzzles करेंगे. Don't worry. ठीक है, चलो let's try this out very quickly. Okay, Lakshmita says only one. Shubham only one. चलो ठीक है, let's try it out. Only one. पक्का? चलो let's try it out. Only a few trees are breeze. That means some trees are breeze and some trees are not breeze, right? ये some trees are breeze हो गया, and there should be a definite portion of trees which will never be a part of breeze. Okay. चलो आशीष says both. Second क्या बोल रहा है, some breeze are grays, so some breeze are grays will be like this. Then we have all grays are freeze, so all grays are freeze will be like this. तो ये आपका डायग्राम बना, ठीक है. चलो, first conclusion, all trees being freeze is a possibility. Can all trees go inside your freeze? You can see absolutely trees is independent of freeze. हम freeze को कुछ इस तरह से भी बना सकते थे, right? There is no thing that there is nothing which is negative between your F and T, right? Freeze and trees में तो कोई negative information है नहीं. So freeze can take your trees completely inside it. So absolutely this is right, है ना? So all trees being freeze is a possibility, right? What about the second one? Some freeze are not breeze. Now which portion of freeze should not be a part of breeze? यहाँ पर negative information तो सिर्फ tree and breeze के बाद बीच में था, है ना? So ये trees का portion breeze में नहीं जाना चाहिए, सिर्फ इतना ही negative था. There is nothing else which is negative in nature. There is nothing negative between F, G or B, isn't it? They are absolutely positive type of statements here. So that means some not will not be a definite conclusion. So this is wrong. So the answer to this question will be only one. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, so only one would be the right answer. Chalo, next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's see who gives the right answer here. इसका आंसर कौन सही देता है? जिसने सही दिया, चलो उसको मतलब पूरा आता है सिलोजिज्म. Let's try this. Okay, only two. थोड़ा सा मैथमेटिकल है ये. शिवम also only two. Only one. Both. Okay, Lakshmita has changed the answer to both. Shravan only two. Shubham, you want to change the answer to both? Ashish also both. Shravan, check karna. Less than 100 anything will be read as sum. शुभम समझेंगे हम, डोंट वरी. देवी बोथ. देखो दैट इज राइट कि हम उसको सम ही लेते हैं, राइट, 90%. बट हियर वी आर डेफिनेटली स्पीकिंग ऑफ 90% ऑफ एप्पल्स, राइट. मतलब हमें इतना तो पता है ये 90% तो है ही. इट कैन बी 92 ऑल्सो, इट कैन बी 95 ऑल्सो, इट कैन बी 100 ऑल्सो. दैट इज द मीनिंग हियर. बट एटलीस्ट 90% तो होना ही चाहिए. इट कैन नॉट बी टेकन एज 70%, है ना. मतलब 90% तो दे ही रखा है, बट 90 के ऊपर भी हो सकता है. दैट इज द मीनिंग हियर, ठीक है. So 90% apples are red means that is, let's say this is your apple. Okay, this is your apple here. Okay, and this is your red. So 90% apples are red means that we know for sure that there is 90% of apple which has to be red here. Okay, now 90% of apples are sweet also. So now let's say we take the case that this is 90, so this has to be 10, isn't it? If this is, let's say, 92, this will be 8. If this is, let's say, 99, this will be 1 here. Okay, isn't it? Let's say if we talk about mathematically here, अगर हमने ये वाले पोर्शन को 90 लिया तो बाहर वाला पोर्शन कितना होगा? 10% होगा. So let's say if we have to say 90% of the apples are sweet. So here 90% of the apples are sweet will comprise of this area as well, isn't it? ये वाला area भी तो लेना ही पड़ेगा ना. Because you can see that this area has to be taken completely, because ये maximum कितना हो सकता है? 10% हो सकता है. For 90% it will have to cover the inside area as well, है ना. It has to be a definite portion of this as well. होना ही पड़ेगा. There is no other option that you can have, isn't it? I hope this is clear, guys. This is a complete one based on percentage, है ना. If 90% of the apples are red and 90% of the apples are sweet, that means there has to be a common interaction of red and sweet for sure, isn't it? क्योंकि यहाँ पर, अच्छा मान लो, let's say if we take 90% of the apples are red, something like this. This is apple, right? This is your red, ठीक है? So now let's say if we had 5% of the apples are sweet. मान लो अगर हम ये बोले 5% of the apples are sweet. So 5% can be taken from here, ठीक है? This is ma'am, isn't it contradicting for exam point of view? No, 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 Shubham, बिल्कुल नहीं कर रहा है. Good evening, ma'am. Your RBI assistant mains classes are very helpful. Will you take more classes before exam? Simmer dekhte hain. I'm not really sure because mains classes are like we have done a lot of classes and people are not watching that, right? I cannot do anything. Matlab, how will I tell the management that I have to take the mains classes because nobody is watching the session. Like here also, you can see 20 people are live. Sometimes it is like 7, 8 people, and then the total views are also 300 to 500. So why will they allow me to take mains classes and mains only? So now I'll have to switch. I cannot help it out. No, Sima. If people don't watch the sessions, I cannot help it out. I cannot take it on my own, right? That is not going to be my decision here. So here, let's say if we have 90% of the apples are red, we know, let's say this is 90, so this remaining is 10, isn't it? So here you can see that 5% could be such that this is 5% and this is 5%. You can take anything which is less than 10 such that it is not interacting with red. But if it is 90% here, or if it is something which is greater than 10, there has to be a specific portion of sweet which has to be definitely a part of red. Isn't it? I hope this is clear everybody. ठीक है, ये समझ में आया कि नहीं? Nandini, very good evening. Are we clear with this point, guys? So you can see that there will be a definite portion of sweet which will be a part of red here. Okay, ठीक है? I hope this is clear. Second one, third one, 100% sweet are sugar. So that means all sweets are sugar. So this is your sugar here. ठीक है, ये sugar हो गया. Okay. Now what is the case? Let's see the conclusion. Some red are sweet. So you can see, yes, some red are sweet. This is absolutely right. Some sugar may be red. Some sugar may be red. Now maybe hoga kya? This is a possibility word, guys. This is a possibility word. You can see this is definitely true. That is, some sugar are red, isn't it? Some sugar are red is definitely true. So if it is definitely true here, why will it be taken as true when given as a possibility? Isn't it? That is why this is going to be false. So the answer to this question has to be only one. Are we clear, everybody? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Are we clear? Are we clear, guys? Everybody? Are we clear here? ये समझ में आया कि नहीं? Everyone? Chalo. Next question on your screen. Now be careful about the instruction. Okay, the instruction is different here. You have to tell me which of the following definitely does not follow or is not a possibility of occurrence. Okay, this is another type of question where you have to tell that which of the following conclusions will never be true. Okay, which of the following options will never be true. That is the question here. Okay. Istar, what is not clear? You are writing no. Was the last question not clear to you? To please explain again. Acha, chalo. We'll discuss that once again, Istar, right? Don't worry. Let's have this particular question and then we will go back to that particular question once again. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I'll explain that once again. Don't worry. Just check this out. Okay, none of these is the answer. Lakshmita says that is all can be true. There is a possibility for everything to be true. So none of them is definitely false. Okay, let's check. Some doors are knots. Okay, some doors are knots will be drawn like this. Some D are K, some K are rat. So some K are rat will be like this. All clips are doors. So all clips are door. All fives are rat. All fives are rat. Okay. So let's check the first one. Some doors are rat. You can see some doors are rat. Now this is a possibility, isn't it? Ye to possibility hai that some doors are rat. Because if this was given as a possibility, it would have been true. That is, some doors may be rat would have been true here. So that means this is not going to be definitely false because this has a possibility to be true, isn't it? So ye nahi hai answer. Second, some knots are 5. You can see again knot and 5 can interact with each other. So if there is a possibility for it to be true, it is not going to be definitely false here because you have to tell which of the following does not have a possibility of occurrence. That means it should never be true even if it is given as a possibility, isn't it? So that means B is also not the right one. सी क्या बोल रहा है, some knots are both doors and rat. Again you can see that yes, there can be some knots which are doors as well as rat, because there is no negative information in this complete diagram. So there can be an overlap of knob, door and rat, isn't it? So this is also a possibility, hence not the right one. Some doors are clipped, you can see some doors are clipped, ye to definitely true hai. This is definitely true here, that is some doors are clipped. So that means this is also not the right answer. So the answer has to be option number E. Are we clear everybody about this particular question? Everyone clear? Everybody clear? Okay. Chalo, we'll quickly go to this particular question once again. Somebody has a doubt in here. Okay. Let's understand this once again. Istar dekho. When we have 90% apples are red, let's say this is your apples. Okay. Let's say this is apples and we have this as red. Okay. Something like this. Let's say this is your apple and this is your red. Okay. So this is your 90% apple. This is your 10% apple. So 90% of the apples are red will be something like this. Now when you are saying 90% of the apples are sweet, so you have to take 90% of the apple. Now this area here which is outside red can be maximum 10% only. You have to take 90%. That means you will have to take some portion of this area as well. ये 10% लिया, let's say if you take this 10% of the outside, you will have to take 80% of this apple here from this one, isn't it? 80% तो यहाँ से भी लेना पड़ेगा. Then only you will be able to draw this 90%, isn't it? So this is 90% apple are sweet. ठीक है, ये हो गया. अब 100% sweet are sugar, that means all sweet are sugar. So all sweet are sugar will be something like this. Let's say this is sugar here. So all sweet are sugar. ठीक है, ये diagram बन गया. Isn't it? I hope this is now clear, Istar. Now the second conclusion said some sugar may be red. Maybe is a possibility word, right? है ना? Maybe क्या है? Possibility show कर रहा है. Some sugar are red would have been true here. है ना? Some sugar are red. You can see there is a definite interaction of sugar and red. है ना? यहाँ पर तो definite interaction है sugar and red का. So if some sugar are red, that would have been the conclusion. It would have been definitely true. But because this is given as a possibility, that is why this is false. Always remember, a conclusion which is definitely true should be taken false when given as a possibility. So if some is definitely true, uska possibility false hoga. Okay, it's not a possibility, it's a definite conclusion. So some sugar may be red. That is going to be false here, because some sugar are definitely red. Okay? Chalo. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. How do you know that, Shubham? Seriously? 1 crore 57 lakhs plus registrations for SBI. Is it? That's like, okay, that's too much. Are you talking about that the registration number, with the help of registration number you are talking about, Shubham? Got it? Chalo. बहुत ज़्यादा है ये तो. This happens in railways, like 4 crores, 5 crore of people have filled the form in railways. I got to know about mains 15 lakh. Abhi ma'am 15 lakhs. Okay. 15 lakhs is possible. 15 lakhs is possible. 1 crore 50 lakh, 1 crore 57 lakhs, that's not possible, Shubham. बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा वो. 15 lakhs is believable. I can understand, because generally for IBPS PO also you will see that some 9-10 lakh people fill. For SBI, yes, there will be more. And for clerk, there will be even more. हाँ, तो वही है ना कि 15 लाख अगर रजिस्ट्रेशन है तो थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा. 12-13 लाख लोगों ने भरा होगा, मतलब, है ना? चलो, लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट. एनीबडी हु हैज द आंसर? Which of the following is going to be definitely false? That is the question. अच्छा, मैंने ज्यादा जीरो देख लिया क्या? एक जीरो ज्यादा देख लिया मैंने शायद. चलो ऑप्शन नंबर सी. Option C. Chalo, let's try it out, right? Let's see which of the following should be the answer here. All torches are cups, right? Let's say this is torch, this is cup. So all torches are cups, okay? All pads are torches, so all pads are torches will be like this. All evenings are pads, so all evenings are pad will be like this. No cup is a cable. So no cup is a cable will be like this, ठीक है? ये आपका डायग्राम बन गया. All evenings are cup. ये तो definitely true है. If this is definitely true, how can it be definitely false? So not the right answer. At least some cups are pads. At least some cups are pads. That's also true here, isn't it? So that is why this is also not the right answer. All cables being evenings is a possibility. Can all cables be a part of evenings? You can see no cable can be a part of evening, isn't it? Cable cannot go inside cup. So how will it interact with evening here? So cable तो evening के साथ interact ही नहीं कर सकता. How can all cables go inside evening? Isn't it? So this is the one which is going to be definitely false here. Possibility ही नहीं है ना? I hope this is clear everybody. चलो next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. मैं भी 2 बार देखा कि मैंने 1 0 लगा दिया क्या एक्स्ट्रा. नहीं मैंने शायद वो प्लस को 0 देख लिया होगा शुभम. आपने प्लस लिखा है ना, तो वो शायद मुझे 0 दिख गया होगा यहाँ पर. चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट. लेट्स सी व्हाट शुड बी द आंसर हियर. Okay, B. Chalo, B. Lakshmita says B. Anybody else? Chalo, B bhi chala gaya. So what should be the answer, guys? Anyone? Okay, let's try it out, right? Let's see what should be the answer. Some roses are plains. Okay, some roses are plains will be something like this. Let's say this is rose and this is plain. So some roses are plain. Some plains are cleats. So some plains are cleats will be like this. Then all cleats are pocket. Okay, be careful. This is your plains. Okay, all cleans are this cleats are pockets will be like this. Okay. Then all pockets are stems. So all pockets are stems will be like this. Okay. This is the diagram here. Okay. E and C. Okay, we'll check whether it is E or C. Now, no stem is a rose. No stem is a rose. That's a possibility. You can see that stem and rose are independent of each other. So, this is a possibility. Hence, this is not the right one. This is a possibility. That is why not definitely false. All stems being cleat is a possibility. You can see all stems being cleat is a possibility. Absolutely. That is true here. Why? Because stem does not have a negative information here with cleat, isn't it? There is nothing negative between them. So yes, they can overlap with each other. So this is also a possibility, hence not the right answer. C kya bol raha hai? No stem is a cleat. How can this be possible? Isn't it? You can see that stems and cleats, they have a definite interaction between them. All cleats are stem here. So if all is there, how can no be true? Isn't it? So that means this would be the right answer. So the answer to this question should be option number C. Are we clear? Devi E nahi hoga. It will be option number C. No stem is a cleat will be false in here. Because there is a definite interaction between stems and cleats. Isn't it? So this is going to be definitely false. Hai na? Because this is not possible. This is not at all a possibility. I hope this is clear everybody. Please let me know if we have any doubts in this particular question. Everyone clear? Everybody? Option B, there is a possibility. Yes, Tumidi, that is why you can see option B is true. Okay, the question is not about which of the following is true. The question is about which of the following does not follow or is not a possibility of occurrence. So you have to tell which of the following is going to be definitely false here. Okay, the question is about Which of the following is definitely false? The second is definitely true here because it is given as a possibility already, isn't it? You can see that all stems being cleat is a possibility. That is true. है ना? That is a definite there is a definite possibility that cleat and stem, they can overlap with each other. So if it was, the question was about definitely true, then it would have been right. But here the question instruction is about definitely false. Okay. Chal, next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. Okay, option number E. Lakshmita says it should be E here. शुभम कह नहीं सकते आईबीपीएस का इवनिंग कब होता है, उनका लेट इवनिंग होता है, क्या है? लेट इवनिंग कब होता है उनका कुछ नहीं कह सकते. लेट कितना भी लेट हो सकता है और कितना भी जल्दी भी हो सकता है. कई बार 4 बजे ही बता देते हैं वो, है ना, लेट लिख के. तो नेवर नो. चलो, let's try it out, right? Let's see what is the question here. Some planets are pigs. Okay, some planets are pigs. So in syllogism only this can happen, that is some planets are pigs, isn't it? So some planets are pig, all planets are shoes, all planets are shoes. Chalo, ye shoe ho gaya. So planet has to be inside shoe. Then we have all pigs are corals. Okay, all pigs are corals will be something like this. This is coral here. Then no coral is a rook. है ना, no coral is a rook will be like this. अब ये diagram बन गया. ठीक है, this is the diagram here. First one, at least some planets are coral. You can see, yes, there is a definite interaction between planet and coral here, isn't it? So yes, this is definitely true here. If this is definitely true, how can it be definitely false? So A is not the right answer. At least some shoes are coral. You can see some shoes are coral is also true here. So that is why this is also not definitely false. C क्या बोल रहा है? All rooks being shoes is a possibility. All rooks being shoes is a possibility. Yes, you can see that rook is independent of planets and shoes. है ना? rook आपका planets या shoes में जा सकता है. So there is a possibility that you draw your rook here, isn't it? So if there is a possibility, that means this is also true. So that means this is also not definitely false. D क्या बोल रहा है? No rook is a pig. So no rook is a pig. That is also definitely true. That is why not the right answer. E क्या बोल रहा है? No shoe is a pig. You can see shoe and pig, they have definite interaction here, isn't it? इन दोनों का तो definite interaction है. So how can no shoe be a pig? We have some pigs are shoes for definite, isn't it? So this is the one which is going to be definitely false here. I hope this is clear, everybody. अरे इट्स ओके शुभम, रिजल्ट तो आना ही है, अब उसको सोच के क्या ही होगा, है ना? SBI PO mains admit card out for Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry students. Yes, so all those who were not able to give the examination because of this Michong, so guys, you will have the examination now. ठीक है? चलो, everybody clear with this? Please let me know. Everyone clear? So option E would be the right answer. ठीक है? चलो, let's have a look at this one. Let's try this out. जल्दी से इसको try करिए. Let's see what should be the answer here. See, Okay, Lakshmita says it should be C here. सी आंसर बोल रहे हो या क्रिस्टल क्लियर बोल रहे हो लक्ष्मिता? सी सी. Anybody? Option C. Okay, option C is the answer. Chalo, we'll check, right? Answer is option C. Okay, Devi is also getting C here. Let's try it out. All rigs are pins. All rigs are pins will be drawn like this. Okay, all rigs are pins. All pins are bows. So all pins are bows will be something like this. Let's say this is bow here. No bow is a fox. So no bow is a fox will be drawn like this. And then we have finally no fox is a desk. So no fox is a desk will be like this, right? So this is the diagram here. Okay, first one. All bows being desk is a possibility. Can all bow go inside your desk? Absolutely. You can see that we could have drawn the desk like this as well, है ना? Desk and this B here, they are absolutely independent of each other. So all bows being desk is a possibility is true. That is why it is not definitely false. All desk being rigs is a possibility. Can all desk go inside your rig? Absolutely. We could have drawn the desk like this also, है ना? So D and R तो independent है एक दूसरे से, so there is possibility. So that means this is also true, hence not a definitely false. C क्या बोल रहा है? At least some rigs are foxes. Now how can some rigs be foxes here? You can see that fox can never be a part of this bow, है ना? F तो B के साथ ही part नहीं ले सकता, so how will it interact with R here? So you can see this is the one which is going to be definitely false. Are we clear everybody? तो आंसर क्या होगा? C होगा. ठीक है, चलो लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर द डे. वेरी क्विकली लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट. लेट्स सी. एंड टुमारो ऑनवर्ड्स गाइस वी विल बी हैविंग योर पजल्स एंड सीटिंग अरेंजमेंट. ठीक है, तो कल से हम पजल्स एंड सीटिंग अरेंजमेंट की बहुत सारी प्रैक्टिस करने वाले हैं. सो डू नॉट मिस आउट द सेशंस एट 4 PM. चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट. लेट्स सी. Yes, every day. Sai Krishna, every day we will be having the sessions at 4 PM. Okay. Chalo, let's try this out. Let's see. Option number C. Again C. Chalo, let's try. Right? Let's see what should be the answer here. Only, right? This is the word only here. What is the meaning of only, guys? Let's quickly understand. The meaning of only ARB. When we have only ARB, the meaning of this statement is that, let's say if we have A here, so B should be a part of only and only A. It will never be a part of C. It will never be a part of D. It will never be a part of E, right? So B should never be a part of anything else apart from A. So B should interact only and only with A. Again, you can see this is the meaning of only ARB. Okay, so that means B can interact only with A. It can never be a part of any other entity, right? That is the meaning of only ARB. Okay, chalo, let's understand this particular question. Only finds are rook. So let's say this is fine here. Okay, so only finds are rook. That means rook should be a part of only find here. It should never be a part of anything else. Some finds are gloves. So let's say this is glove here. Okay, some finds are gloves. All gloves are owl. So all gloves are owl will be like this. This is owl here. No owl is a heart. Okay, no owl is a heart will be like this. Okay, this is the diagram here. First one, no hearts are glove. You can see no hearts are glove. That is going to be definitely true here, right? Heart cannot interact with owl and hence it cannot interact with glove also. So this is definitely true, hence not the right answer because we have to tell definitely false, isn't it? Second says some hearts being finds is a possibility. Some hearts being finds is a possibility. Again, you can see heart and a finds are independent of each other. So we could have drawn your heart here also, isn't it? Not your heart, this heart here, right, of the question. You can say this could have been drawn here as well. So some hearts being fine is a possibility will also be true. That is why this is not definitely false. Okay. ये भी डेफिनेटली फॉल्स नहीं होगा. सी क्या बोल रहा है? सम हार्ट्स आर रूक. Can some heart be a part of rook? You can see that is going to be definitely false. Why? Because rook can be a part of only fine. It can never be a part of anything else, isn't it? So rook can never be a part of anything else because it can exclusively be a part of only and only fines. It can never be a part of your glove. It can never be a part of owl. Similarly, it can never be a part of heart, isn't it? So some hearts are rook will be the one which is going to be definitely false in here. So the answer to this question will be C. Are we clear, everybody? Please let me know if we have any doubts in this particular question. Everyone clear? Everyone clear with this question, guys? ठीक है? Chalo. So these were few questions that we had for today. Tomorrow onwards, we will be practicing a lot of puzzles and seating arrangement. Okay. So don't miss out the sessions at 4, guys. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. In case you have any doubts, feel free to talk to me on the channel, that is Reasoning by Nikita. ठीक है, तो ये चैनल जरूर से ज्वाइन कर लेना, रीजनिंग बाय निकिता, NIKITA. ठीक है, चलो. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's session. In case you have doubts, feel free to talk to me on Telegram. I'll be happy to help you out with it. Now, if you like the session, guys, please do not forget to like and share the session and do subscribe to the channel also. Chalo, I'll see you again with another session. So please take care, stay safe. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.